Good evening and welcome into the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies Awesome Choose Love Summit. Our lovely speaker today is a gentle, soft spoken lady who is a cancer survivor, energy healer and reader, meditation instructor, motivational speaker, spiritual teacher, and founder of Enlightening Souls. She is a firm believer in the power of healing and divine miracles, as she considers herself a living example of the same. And we will hear more on that from her. In her mission to empower people, to teach them how the power of healing can change their lives, she has learned Akashic Records, theta healing, inner child, tarot, soulmate, automatic writing, and more. As a practitioner and facilitator, she has helped many lift their unconscious blocks to positive thinking and successful living, be it with health or financial blocks or relationship blocks. And with that in focus, she joins us today with Break the Suspense, Hear from Departed Souls with Automatic Writing. I know this is a subject that all of us are familiar with. We turn to it very often. There's lots that's coming up in store for you on this call, be it a guided channel message for everybody here, be it actually experiencing a little bit what it would feel like to have this work done for you. So we want you to experience as much as you can. Without further ado, one last time, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for and join me in giving a warm Mystic Lotus welcome to the lady making her debut with us, Neetu Agarwal. Hi, Neetu, welcome in.
Thank you. Hi.
It's good to have you here, and I'm really looking forward to this. And I know that you want everybody to experience automatic writing with you, to see what it can do for them and how it shows up for them, and how it helps them. Before we get into that, I do want to ask you, Neetu, for all of us or any of us who might not know what automatic writing is all about, I want to ask you, what is automatic writing? And more importantly, what took you to automatic writing?
Okay. Thank you, Shilpa. So automatic writing is all about connecting to the departed souls. So, when our loved ones cross over, and the need that we feel that we need to connect to them and get a message and feel that they're there. So through automatic writing, we can connect to them and we can receive messages. So it's very beautiful, and it's very, it's always, I've been always curious about it. So when I did this modality, I learned out of curiosity. So when I was going and learning other modalities, for example, when I was doing Akashic or I was doing theta, there were other peers of mine who would always talk about automatic writing. And they would tell how their loved one has gone away. Maybe it's a parent, it's a father or a mother. And they always has a zest of connecting to them, to talk and, unanswered questions that they had. And they would say, oh, it's so beautiful, how your hand moves and, it automatically happens and the energy comes in and you receive so, dot to the answers about it. So I was like, oh my God, really? The hand moves by its own self. So it's so nice. Let me experience it. So I was so curious about it. I said, okay, let me just try it out. So that is one thing that made me to go for the modalities. Not something I was fond of. So I said, okay, let me give it a shot. And I already know so many, so one more wouldn't make a difference. So let me just learn it. And yeah, that's due to the curiosity. And yes, as I said, like automatic writing does make you connect to the souls. You can call whoever you wish. It's not only for the departed souls. You can also call into your spirit guides, your masters, your teachers, your angels, and you can get messages from them. And yes, your hand does move by its own self. So you just have to hold on the pen and you receive, and it's an unconscious writing. You just write, you're just there. And when the writing is over and the message is over, it automatically seriously stops by itself.
Right. Nice. So You went into it with curiosity, Neetu, but it must have made a difference in your life, yes?
Definitely. Yes, it has.
Tell us about it.
Okay. So when in the start, I was always doing it for curiosity. So I was doing it for my friends, practicing just for the sake. So I used to do a lot of writing for them. And then it was very strange. They would always come back and say, oh my God, this I never told you. Nobody knows about it. And it's the truth. So I was like, oh my, it really works. It does give you those answers that you're looking for. And then I used to, just for fun, I used to do it with my nephew. So, he had these assignments he would get in college, and, he would worry about them, and he wouldn't get an answer. So I used to tell him, okay, no worries, tell me the question that you had the assignment, and I will connect to the angels and find out an answer for you. So fun, we used to do a lot of things, so once he was telling me he had an assignment, and he's like, oh my God, tomorrow I have to submit it. And he's telling me that is the New Year's Day. And he's like, on the first, I had to submit. And I'm like, oh my God, you're telling me now? I said, listen, I'll do it in the morning, not in the night. Let me just see what comes up. So it's very strange. He's been working on it for like 2 days and he wasn't getting an answer. So I just connected and I got an answer and I gave it to him. So he was shocked. So I used to do these little small things, finding a key. I would ask them, connect to the angels and ask what happened. He has an old card, when he would have to go on a metro, he would like that. So it all started with a fun thing. And yes, if some friends really needed help, I would do it. So most of the time in the starting, I was connecting more to the angels. And until I took it seriously. And when I lost my mom. So in 2020, December, I lost my mom. And that's when I became serious about it.
You want to take a moment? You want to just take a sip of water, take a breath, understand.
So yeah, so I started with that, and then I was always getting a message that she wanted to connect, but always had this fear that what would come up and how would I be able to take, because I was still going through that trauma and the pain it was, and depression. Then in 2021, I was detected with breast cancer. So that again came as a shock after exact 1 year. And 11th, when I was detected, my father, entire thing went for a toss for us. And it was very difficult. And the doctor said that the surgery was the only way, because I was on the second stage. And my father was very worried because he just lost his wife and I've just lost my mom. And then this comes up like a storm. So I used to tell my father, whatever happens, I will not take radiations. I might die. But radiations, I will not do. I will not go for chemo, neither I will go for surgery, no matter what happens. He said, are you sure you will survive? I said, yeah, don't worry. I'm not going to go so soon. So not to worry, but I connected. That's why I say I believe so much into the power of healing. And I feel very blessed that I was on that journey at that time. And I feel very blessed that I knew how to do automatic writing. So when I was in that, when I was doing this, then So then I took 2 days, I came up with it, and I decided that I wouldn't go for surgery. Neither I would go for any chemo or anything. And that's when I took a call and I took a homeopathic medicine. And then I started doing readings to get a guidance what I needed to do. And I healed my cancer completely with the healings. That is the time I connected with my mom, because I'm feeling very lonely and unsupported. And, there was a lot happening and I really needed her support. And when she was there, she would always tell me I'm there, so not to worry about it. And I still remember I connected to her through automatic writing on my birthday. Okay. And I started asking her, this is what I'm going through and it's really tough and I've taken this decision. And it's so beautiful. I felt at that time how lovely the modality is. It gives you that feel of having someone sitting just next to you and having a conversation, as if maybe the person is not in physical form, but energetically. It fills up that void, that you feel all the time. So when I connected and she started telling me not to worry, you're all going to get through it and everything is going to fall in place. And I am still watching you and I am taking care of you. And I'm telling you, nothing is going to happen, and you will be, even you do it for the next test, you wouldn't have the cancer. And trust me, I am still holding your hand and I'm not gone anywhere. And you can connect to me as and when you want. I will always stand by you just the way I was there when I was alive. And it was so beautiful. I remember I was crying and, and I trust. I trust it completely. And it's beauty and it's a miracle, definitely. That's what my doctor says, that it's a walking miracle. I'm a walking miracle. He finds that. On the 1st August 2022, my cancer was gone.
Amazing.
No chemo, no laser, nothing, no radiations, no
Right.
surgery, nothing. It's just through healing and connecting and working on myself has got me where I am today.
Super. That is of course very, very inspiring to hear. And we thank you for sharing. This is still so close and such a deeply personal part of your life and your journey. And greatly appreciate you sharing that. And I want to express to you and to everybody that no matter how much time passes, these situations like this, be it Neetu, what you have overcome between a health concern and the loss of a loved one, not just any loved one, your huge support system, the everything to you, whether we're healers, practitioners, or somebody just coming forward to this, the grief is, it's still, it's a lifelong process to deal with it. And when you have something like automatic writing, where, like you said, Neetu, it fills the void, that gap that you suddenly feel. It is so, what can I say? It's so reassuring, assuring, comforting, correct? To be
Yes.
able to have this option available, that, okay, I need you, please tell me what to do. Or, did I mess up? Did I hurt you? Anything, any conversation. In fact, Neetu, people on the group have already started putting in questions about whether Sridevi is asking, how can I heal my relationship with my son? Or Shalini asking, I can see souls around me. Uh, what can I do? How do I send it to peace? Whether it's Jennifer asking, I'm hoping to get a message from my brother who passed in 2022 September. Did I in any way or form hurt him? Lots of people have written in, and I was actually going to ask you, Neetu, how is, you've shared a glimpse of how much this has helped you in your personal life. I was actually going to ask you, Neetu, how has it impacted people that you have helped? Can you tell us a few? And now I'm thinking, Neetu, that we'll come to that. Let's just let people experience it for themselves as is right here. So many want these questions, and I am taking a call right now on this, that I'll keep asking you with whatever comes up. Let's try and get on as many people as we can to experience this with you. What do you say, Neetu?
Yes.
Okay.
Whatever works.
Before that, and Neetu, please correct me here if I'm right. For everybody to know this very, very clearly, Neetu, automatic writing as a process is not a 30-second, 2-minute thing, right? You spend a huge amount of time on it, correct? What's the average time you spend on it? Like
For the
an
reading,
hour? Yeah, like when you do this normally in regular, like in
so
regular
it at
interaction
least
with
takes an
somebody.
hour. So I can't time frame it basically, but
Right,
if it does take an hour, it can
right,
take more than that also, because when I'm channeling, sometimes the person who has come in who has so much to say, you
right,
know, even if someone has just asked one small question, the soul wants to talk and tell so many things. So the
right.
hand keeps moving. So till it stops, I keep writing. So yes, but yes, I always frame it, at least it takes 1 hour.
Right. And of course, this is also because the person who's come to you has a little, like one long list of questions also. So people here, we will go with one. We'll go with one. And like Neeta, you just said, this is the divine. It's automatic. It's automatic writing. The divine cannot be put. A timeline cannot be placed. But however, we want as many of you as possible to experience this. One question, and with whatever shows up, right, Neetu?
Yes.
Okay. And because you know, Neetu, I know this, all of you know this, it is not possible to get everybody on. So what do we always try and make sure to do is for all of you to definitely experience something. And Neetu, what is that going to be?
We'll do a group demo.
Right. We're going to get a message for everybody channeled right here live on the call. I don't know what the message is going to be. You definitely don't know what the message is going to be. Even Neetu doesn't know what the message is going to be. So, Neetu, is there anything we need to? And people, I have seen your queries. I can see your questions. I will bring them up. In fact, hang on a second. Parul's asked, Neetaji, is today's session going to be for departed souls who have gone through natural death process? And what if the departed soul is taken rebirth? Will they still have any closing message for us? So, Neetu, I'm so sorry. I have just noticed this question. We will come to this. Neetu, one is today's session only for those departed souls who have gone through unnatural death process?
No, it's not just, timed. Okay, it's only for this or that.
Right.
For every person or any person who's just, left us.
Perfect. And of course, it's not just about this. You could be asking for messages or guidance otherwise also, but I somehow get the feeling that this is the only thing that's going to end up happening. And what she's asked also is, what if the departed soul has taken rebirth? Will they still have any message for us?
Definitely. There's always an energy.
Okay. And I'm just checking if there are any specific queries here. Okay. All right. People have only put in requests on wanting to know this or that. Can I connect here? Can I connect there? So let's begin with this message for all of us. Neetu, anything we should do for that?
No, it's just that I would appreciate if anybody has any intention they would like and they can put forward in their mind, and they just quieten and just be there and experience the energy.
Right. And keep it in your mind, of course, people. Whatever your intention is, correct, Neetu? Keep it in mind.
Yes.
Right? Okay. And nice. So please be in a quiet space to receive this. Try and go. What do you mean be in a meditative state?
Just to be like
Should we
calm and quiet and just like, be there.
All right.
Have a moment or don't think too many things or like that. Just be there in the space, just when you're in the moment, you will be, and you put an intention, you'll be able to receive the energy also, and you'll be able to receive the answer also.
Very nice. Thank you for that. And go ahead, Neetu.
So just give me a second. I'll just prepare and light the candle and everything.
Do we also need to light candles, Neetu?
No.
Okay. And Neetu, is this going to be, are you asking for general guidance for everybody, or are you asking specifically for love and relationships for everybody?
I'll be asking especially for love and relationship.
This is only for anybody who's just joined in. We are in silence because Fire, I'm sorry, Neetu is channeling a message for everybody. So we're staying in silence. And as all of you can see, it's still coming through. She's still writing. I'm also talking softly. And a reminder for anybody who's just joined in, we are all in silence with some intention in mind for ourselves. And Neetu is automatic writing, channeling a message for everybody. Thank you for your patience.
So Neelu, just give me 2 minutes, 1 minute, so just to see what has come in, and I'll just then
Please.
I'll.
Please. And I just want to let everybody know, Mayur and Shalini and Jennifer and Devi, Jinal, Dr. Sarah, Rita, everybody who's written in. When we get you on, we will require you to be on video. This call is being live streamed. It will go out in replay. So please be very sure about wanting to come on with whatever it is that is in your mind. We will come to that also. And I'm just letting everybody know from now itself, I don't want anybody telling me, you didn't take me, you didn't take me. I will be going in order of the post that I can see, be it a request, be it a question. thank you for your patience with that as well. And Kay, in fact, you've asked a question, how can we communicate with departed souls? With automatic writing. You'll get to know more about this in the understanding of how this works. And of course, Neetu does teach it also. You'll also get to know about that as well. And I hope that answers that question for you for now. If there's anything further to that that you wanted to ask, please post it on the group. Shalini, I see your query, and we'll check with Neetu if it is possible to do a check on this. And K, only showing up as K. I do not see your full name, so how will we bring you on? People, if there's a gap between your name as it shows on Telegram and as it shows here, it'll be a little difficult. So please be mindful of that as well. And I hope all of you are also saying that even for something as how do I say this, little bit also, this is the kind of time that goes in. It's the kind of time that Neetu puts in. That's why she spends almost an hour when you're with her with so many questions. Neetu, you ready?
Yes. So the message that I see for everyone for the love and relationship, basically, I called in the angels, and angels would like to let know that it's more important in a relationship is to forgive. Forgiveness, it's time to forgive your relationships, and it's time to move on and let go. There are so many out there who are still holding into all the relationships that they have, whether it's going to be as a husband and wife or parents or children. Everybody or everyone or have something or the other they are holding on in the relationships. So the angels' message is that the beautiful world is coming up. So their message is that, another 2 years, we are going to head into the golden age. That is why we are working towards it to create a beautiful, world where there is going to be more of love. So it's a general message where they would like each one of you to start forgiving yourself as well as for the others who you feel have hurt you. This is one thing where they have come up with the forgiveness. And the second thing, they would like you to have self-love. So the angels feel that many out there, they have forgotten how much they should start loving themselves first, rather than waiting for someone to come and love you, to accept you, or, be with you, or, make you feel loved. The moment you start loving your own self, it is going to create a beautiful relationship and a bond out there that love will automatically start coming around you. So the important part is to have a beautiful relationship is to start loving yourself. And the third thing is to let go. Let go of the grudges, let go of the pain, the anger, the hatred that we all carry in our hearts. So which will bring in much more space that we have forgotten in our heart. It'll create that space and it'll bring in a better relationship, and it'll also increase the bond that we are missing out day by day.
Nice. Nice. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Neetu. Thank you, Angels, for sending that message for all of us with this, with automatic writing. In fact, Neetu, with what you've just mentioned, I was just thinking back to, the channeled messages you have made for everybody with the zodiac signs. And some of what you have just said right now is immediately resonating with what I read for my sign. And I'm just looking at, look, the same message is coming back. So, hello, wake up and pay attention. Do not ignore it. And for all of you who are wondering, "Oh, what is Neelu talking about? What is this channeled message?" It's a gift from Neetu for everybody, where you've gotten channeled messages through automatic writing for each sun sign. And that, if you haven't already received it, you will definitely be getting with the call replay. Meenakshi, all questions on the group, please. Neetu, thank you so much for that. I'm just looking in with if anybody has any responses to this. And again, there is, Parul says it resonates with our other part of the summits. And again, there are queries coming in about, I'm seeing a spirit, I want to connect with spirit guides, I want to ask Master Merlin something. People, Mayur, you have posted your question first, but you need to give me some time. I will bring your question in later. Let me explain to you why. People, remember I mentioned in the beginning, this call is happening early today for a reason. Neetu, do you just want to tell everybody very quickly why we suddenly came to 4:30 for today's call?
Yeah. So actually, in automatic writing, we do not connect to departed souls after sunset.
Right.
Because the energies are very different. That's why you remember when we say, all the negative energy comes up in the night when they do tantra, mantra, and and they do this Kali Puja and everything. So those energies are not on that space. And that's why we have a Brahma Mudrat where, we do the good energies are in, and that's when we do puja and everything. So we do not tend to call because we don't know when we are calling what turns up.
Right.
So we always finish our automatic writing. Usually we try to finish by 6 until it's a very big thing, or you just cannot hold. But yes, we can talk to our masters, we can call up our angels, we can call up our spirit guides. But yes, if someone wants to call up their deceased soul or their loved ones, we don't do it after 6 p.m. 6 p.m. or whenever the sunset happens, we are not supposed to do after that.
Right. And that's why for now, people, I am taking on a few who have put this request in first. Everybody else from beginning we will do, because there, since you're looking for guidance, a guided message, that can still happen even if we go post sunset. Correct?
Yes.
Superb. All right. And Jennifer, are you here? Jennifer Mistry. Is that Samsung SM? Is that you, Jennifer? Yes? Okay. No, just give me a nod. That's you in the red. Perfect. Shilpa, can we have Jennifer on? She's showing up on Zoom. Thank you. And Neetu, Jennifer has asked about getting a message from her brother. Neetu, Jennifer, go ahead and tell Neetu yourself.
Hi, Neetu. It's nice talking to you. And suddenly I came to know about this. So I know about automatic writing, and I've already read Khorshid Bhavnagri's The Laws of the Spirit World. And I totally believe in that, in each and every word of that. And my brother, who was very, very, very close to me, like the closest to me on earth, he suddenly passed in September in like a span of 21 days, in very bad condition in hospital. And, I had to take care of everything, all the bills. And now I have to take care of my mother, my sister who's special needs, my bhabhi. So when my brother expired, just after a week, we came to know that she's expecting second child. And they were trying to, for a baby for last 2 years, doing all the medications and everything, but they were not successful. When they stopped, because the money was exhausted, and suddenly she conceived after his, she came to know after his 1 week of his demise. And he was very spiritual, but very unsuccessful in all the things in career wise. So he was very, very disturbed for last few years. I stay in Mumbai, and they were staying in Mumbai nearby for till 2 years back. Just after lockdown, they suddenly decided, when we were about to buy a house here in Mumbai, they suddenly decided that they'll move to hometown. And when they moved, they went for a vacation there just for 10 days, and suddenly then they moved. Later on, he found some black magic things in home and all. And then suddenly his conditions, slowly by slowly, he was very happy, active, very lively, everything. Suddenly he was drinking, but suddenly he started drinking a lot. And on and off. And then he was trying to do so many things, at least 100 things he tried in the span of 2 years to do some business or something, but he was not successful in that. And suddenly on 18th of August, he got admitted, and 9th September, he expired in a very bad condition, like not even water for last 15 days, and all the organs, damaging. And I was not able to see his body. I was not able to meet him. I was not able to, communicate with him. जबकि हम रोज 1.5 घंटा 2 घंटा रोज बात करते थे, and he was my, like, so soulmate. So I don't know why all this happened, and suddenly all the responsibilities came up to me. And the most disturbing thing is, like, he was asking me for money for like 2-3 months back, before his demise. He was asking me to help him in his business, and I refused him, because like I'm already helping them for last many years, and I refused. Like, he was asking for 2.5 lakhs, and I refused. And after his demise, I have to spend like lot more than that. So I feel so guilty that somehow he passed because of that. कहीं मैं ही help कर देती, शायद वो कुछ कर लेता. And why he wanted child so badly, and why after his demise, matlab when he was in hospital, she was already pregnant. In ICU में वो मेरी भाभी चक्कर काट रही थी सब, and still the child is alive. I can't even imagine कैसी condition में वो बच्चा, मतलब 2-3 बार उसको bleeding हुआ, क्या क्या नहीं हुआ, उसको बच्चा नहीं रखना था, but still the child is going to come. So I'm not able to understand the whole mystery. So what if, firstly, I have a big burden that मैंने क्या किया था, इतना हमने क्या दुख दिया था कि उसको जाना पड़ा. Because I feel it's a soul's decision. Maybe it's an abrupt decision. Maybe पहले से जो भी decided, or I don't know. But life is very sad without him.
I can understand. So what is your one specific question?
Like, does he know that what all, that we all loved him? We all loved him, and like, we all wanted to do for him. हम कि वो बिगड़े ना इसलिए डांटते थे या इसलिए हेल्प नहीं कर रहे थे. Is there a message from him related to all this?
So I'm going to ask, so I'll frame the question for you. I'll ask, does he have any message that he wants to pass on to you?
Yeah.
You need any information, Neetu? Okay.
Can I get your brother's name?
Ronald, Ronald, Ronald.
And just a reminder to everybody again, we are in silence right now. Just coming in once to remind everybody, please do not raise your hand on Zoom. So whatever queries you have, please post it on the Telegram group. Please know, dear people, there is a process to this, one that can neither be rushed or timeline controlled. So once again, greatly appreciate everybody's patience during these moments of silence. Thank you so much.
Okay. Your brother has a lot of messages. So let me just disconnect first because he keeps and I have to be writing again and again. Okay. So the message I received is that firstly, he wants me to tell you that he loves you immensely. And he doesn't like you crying. Even when he was there, when he was alive, he never liked you crying. He used to always tell you that he cannot see tears in your eyes. So his message is first to tell you to stop crying. As the last thing watching over from there that he can see. It hurts when you cry. He kept on repeating that even when he was there near you, he would always tell you that you cannot see tears in your eyes. And please don't cry. Because you're his heart and soul.
Neetu, I'm so sorry. I'm coming in. Could you be a little louder, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. So as I said, the firstly that I received from your brother is that he's telling that you should stop crying.
Yes.
Alive also, he used to always tell you that there's one thing that he cannot see is your tears.
Yeah.
Telling this now also. That watching from there, he's hurt when you cry. You're his heart and soul.
Okay.
Okay? So this is what he wants. He wants you to stop crying. And secondly, he wants you to stop blaming. He did not leave because of you. Stop
Okay.
putting a guilt trip or space.
Okay.
A black magic was done on him, due to which he passed away. There's no one to blame on. It was to happen and it has happened. It is not anything to do with you.
Okay.
And he wants to say sorry for all those times when he wasn't there, when you had asked for help from him or you wanted him to stand by you and he couldn't make it. His own limitations or his own thinking, he was not. I'm really sorry for that. He knows that he has hurted you by saying a no when you need him and not being present when you needed that support of a brother. He says sorry. Fourthly,
Okay.
the child that is coming in, he said, whichever form the child comes in, it's him. He is coming. He's coming back to give you all those memories that you have from childhood. He's going to give you all that playful memories where you both fought and you had fun together. All those times, the happiness moments that you had with him and you hold on to. He's going to give that everything with that child, and he's just coming to give that love back to the family he didn't give when he was. This child is going to bring a lot of things from the family. So he's coming back. And he misses his family, no doubt. He misses his wife, he misses you, his child, and he's watching everyone from there. There's lots of love, and not to worry, everything is going to fall in place.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It really resonates a lot, and I'm really thankful to you.
Most welcome.
Thank you.
Most welcome.
Thanks, Jennifer, for coming on. And I don't think I need to say anything else, do I? I'm glad you've gotten some kind of closure and assurance with what you heard.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks for coming
Thank you,
on.
Neetu.
And
Thank you.
thanks for being vulnerable with us. And people, like I said, this is a process. You cannot timeline it. You cannot restrict it. You cannot put preconditions on it. Jennifer had one question. Is there a message for me? And just that one question brought out so much and has put Jennifer in a certain space of ease and assurance and comfort. Can you imagine when you actually do this work full-fledgedly with Neetu and she spends an hour, if not longer, with you, with everything that you have in mind? What can possibly happen? What's the levels of closures for yourself with no matter what that can show up? So, and I know that we're slowly ticking towards sunset. So I will try and get on at least one more person right now, right away. Kay, you have a very nice question. Would have loved to bring you on, but I have no idea who you are. So I'm just going to ask you this question, Neetu, is that I'm sorry, I'm scrolling back again. So Kay had asked that lost a friend a few days back and wants to be able to communicate with them. So here, the reason I'm just bringing the question up with you, Neetu, because I'm so sorry, Kay, no clue, unable to bring you on. The reason I'm bringing this question up, Neetu, is that I've also come across this. Many of us also, we've come across this. So I wanted to ask you for clarity. They say that the 13-day period, or that whatever that period that you follow with with the rituals and everything, in whichever community, wherever you come from, there's always this timeline thing that happens, right? And that one should not try and connect with souls at that time. So is that accurate here also? Is that applicable here also, Neetu, or is it possible to connect with souls who just recently moved on? Like
We
I've even heard 21 days is the minimum period.
we can connect to them. We cannot ask specific questions like now what we are doing. But yes, we can always connect to the soul and ask, how can we help them to be on their journey with peace? Because what happens sometimes, the people are so attached to them, they crib and they cry so much, the grieving is so much, the soul is around, and it's very difficult for soul to leave and depart, on its own journey. So what happens then, we connect to the soul and ask, like, what can the person do or the family member can do for them so they can have a very smooth transition to the light. So they're not held here in this space, so we can always ask, because that's very beautiful to, help them to let go. Sometimes we are so, sometimes we ourselves don't let them go because
Right.
we just feel so close to them, but it's very unfair.
Right.
So this question definitely we can do, but we cannot ask the questions the way we do it right now, this and that and all. But yes, we can always ask what I can do to make your transition to your journey to the light more smoother and better, so that you have a peace.
Nice, nice. So, okay, that answers for you, and for anybody else who does decide to take this work on. You can ask, even if somebody's recently moved on. But remember, you can only ask like this, as in what is the message? What is the message to be received from the soul in order to complete their transition and help them with it, not to ask for yourself. Correct, Neetu?
Yes.
Superb. There's a question that came in from Shalini. I'm just asking you this in case this needs to be done now. Otherwise, we'll bring on, for example, Mayur and Shalini later. Shalini says, I see a soul surrounding me. I want to know who is it and what can I do to send it peace. Is this something that can be checked with automatic writing, Neetu? And would this be a you would ask for guidance on this question?
We can ask, but usually asking who this is, it's a big process.
Right.
And to release is another process, because it's an energy, right?
Right.
So energy, we also have to be very careful when we are releasing, and we need to go and see what it is and why is it there. It's just not one question. It's going to be where you need to find out the reason the thing is there, whoever is around, and why the person is there. Is the person giving you some message? Is the person wants something from you, or the person is lost and wants you to send? Or then sometimes it happens when I recommend my students to learn, so that they can release this and they can send them to the right space.
Fantastic. I hope that answers that for you, Shalini. And in fact, Sri Devi, you've asked two questions. I would request one. However, I'm not seeing you on video, so we'll wait. I need you also to decide which question you want to go ahead with, whether it is about communicating with your mom, who had moved on last year, or it would be about healing a relationship with your son. And Jinal's asked, Jinal, are you here? I can see somebody raising their hand, but I can see successful trillionaire. So I'm not sure about that. I've moved on to Jinal now. Jinal, You're also not here. And Dr. Sarah is here. I've been seeing her here for a while. Sarah, you're here, right? I thought I saw her. Shilpa, can you see Sarah? Hi, hi. So Dr. Sarah has asked, she said that she would like to connect with a very dear niece who passed away at the age of 24. Sarah, Neetu, Sarah, please go ahead.
Um, so, hi, thank you so very much for giving me this opportunity. And first and foremost, this topic interested me ever since I read that book of, The Laws of the Spirit World. It fascinated me. So, again, I do believe in this completely. And this very dear niece, she passed away just 1 month after my mom passed away. So, it was very close. And I just want to know whether she's fine. And the coincidence was that just a week prior to she passed.
Dr. Sarah, I'm so sorry. I think it's just the energies of this call that we've all automatically become slightly soft-spoken. However, I would request you to be a little louder.
Yeah. So actually, what happened was that just a week prior to she passed away, I had gone to visit her. She had had an accident. She was in Manipal. She was studying, and I was with her till Monday, and the following Sunday she passed away. And I had also in an earlier call said, I've got certain financial blocks and all. But the beauty of it is what she tells me before going, like, Saranti, आपके पास इतना पैसा है, आप मेरे से आधा शेयर करिए. I want to know her. I want a message from her. Why did she feel so? And is she fine? And we miss her a lot. And I mean, of course, knowing so many things, I had made my friend understand we need to let her go. But is there a message from her to me?
Okay, so I'll frame the question. I'll just ask if she has any message to pass.
Yeah, let's do that because she was very dear and she was a darling.
Sure.
Zara, her name is Zara.
And as Neetu begins her process, reminded everybody we will be heading into a period of silence, and we shall all hold this space for each other in support. After this given time, Bepavi, if you're here, we'll bring you on next, else we will move on to the other questions as well. And again, people, please remember, this is an experience for you to see how this works and how even 5-10 minutes with Neetu shows up, what it does for you with automatic writing. Do keep that in mind. And I will also go into silence.
Okay. So the message that I received from your niece is that she's very happy where she is. She's very happy, content, and at peace. She's more happy than what she was here. Okay. She says that the life was becoming very a burden and a suffering for her and difficult in every area of her life. There was so much loneliness, suffering, and at times she did not find any support. Life was so unpredictable to her that some one day it would be great, the other day it would turn in a different manner. Something would come up. So to end this suffering and the heartbreaks that she had carried, the feeling of being unloved by her parents, the way she wanted was not being received. It's a message that you can validate much more, I think. And she said that her parents never wanted a girl. And they were looking to have a son or a boy. And their dreams were shattered when she was born. So she was fed up. You were the only one who loved and cared for her. But she could not only live on your love. So she chose to let go and leave so that she could have peace, at least in that world. She did not want it to be over here to feel that unlove, the people around who did not understand what love was. So many expectations from her, so many boundaries were created for her, which started suffocating her. So she left. She wants to tell you that she loves you and she misses you too. And she does watch over you always. So my darling auntie, I love you, and hugs and tons of kisses. I still remember the gifts you would give me. You would go out of your way and buy for me presents, and you would surprise me. Thank you for all the love you showered on me when I was there. So my dear auntie, I want to tell you that I love you a lot.
Thank you so much. She went very suddenly. And I think that was the reason, like, even her mother is not yet able to get over it. And it's difficult for us. She had a lot of medical complications. She had diabetes. She had obesity. And yes, as you say, things were really suffocating her because we had to keep telling her, Zara ye karna chahiye, zara wo karna chahiye. Weight ki tarah dhyan. She was brilliant. She was very, very brilliant. My last talk with her just before I left and came here 6 days back was, I expect you, baby, now just to take care of your health because you've got such a superb opportunity and you're doing so brilliantly well that you've got far to go. So just when she went, and she promised me, I'll do that, Saranti, and she just left. So that was very painful. It was a horrible shock. Thank you so much, Neetu. I mean, and I just want to ask you one question. Is it right to call and talk to a soul who's, I know souls have no age, but like my granddaughter was 15 months and my son wanted to talk to her. Is it right to call these young souls, or
You can.
then I will get in touch with you? Because he still misses her very much and he wanted me to get in touch with her. So thank you so much.
I hope you resonated with the reading.
Yeah.
It's that probably girl or a boy, no, but we definitely were not ready for another child. In fact, right the time when she was born, also she was a premature baby. Uh, that time also she was rushed in the ICU. That time also I was there when she was born, and that was painful. When she was born, I was there. When she went, I was there. Like such a young girl, so brilliant, so loving, so caring. Very, very heart wrenching at times, still thinking of her and losing her.
I completely understand.
Yeah, it's okay, but I'll try to be happy. She's there with me.
Yes, definitely.
I'll do that. I'll do that. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll get in touch with you. I'd like your number, definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Most
thanks a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Sarah. And of course, your time that you can spend in a very detailed manner with Neetu, we will be bringing up very shortly again. It has become dark where I am, for sure. So for the moment, more of these we will not be taking on anymore. Right, Neetu? None after sunset. Right. Okay. So for the ones who were able to, I hope I could see Neetu you in that short period of time. I could already see degrees of relief and closure and emotions, obviously, because, like I said, grief is it's a lifelong process. It doesn't get over in a day. But having you, somebody like you, help with this helps immensely. So thank you, Neetu, for what you do.
Thank you.
And there are questions that I hear which I do want to bring up. And there are other people who have put in queries, and Mayur has been waiting very patiently. We'll bring Mayur on as well. There are questions that were put in. Now, for example, right at the beginning, Parul, when you had mentioned your story, Neetu, Parul said, this is so, so soothing and inspiring for us who need some closure from our loved ones from a different world. And Nidhu had also written in saying, what a story. This is with what you had shared about your own personal experience right at the beginning. Now, this is a question very similar to what Dr. Sarah asked about connecting. There's no age, but can you connect with a 15-month-old who moved on? So, but Mani Meghala is asked, is it okay if we disturb the departed souls? I heard they won't be in peace if we call them.
It's nothing like that. You're not disturbing them. You're just connecting to them and having a conversation with your own loved one. So they are there. They're always going to be there, and they are watching over you. So you aren't disturbing your own people.
Right. And Linda asked, how did you start? Did you say a special prayer for protection when you started, even with the group message and even right now?
Yes, we do.
Okay. And this is, of course, a special, so it's a special prayer for protection, like she's asked, or?
Yeah, it's a special protection prayer, and it's a special prayer before we connect.
Right. And this is, of course, something that you as a practitioner knows. And when you teach it, actually, when somebody is learning this, one would also learn that, correct? Okay. You do it as a protection prayer. Whoever's with you, do they need to do any preset pre-protection, or are they also protected with the prayer that you give?
No, they don't need to be protected.
Okay.
I'm the one who's connecting, and I'm the one who's calling.
Right. Okay. And I've just taken a quick look with if there are any specific question. Okay, so Shweta's also asked, is it good to call the soul? So would the answer for Mani Meghalai work here also? It's fine. All right. Okay. And Kay has also asked, how can there is no specific question on automatic writing. Okay, as of this one little quick scroll I've done, I'm not seeing that. And Mayur had asked this right at the beginning about, so let me know, Neetu. He is written in saying, I want to know about my profession from now on. And how is 88 number related to me? I see this number maybe around 4 or 5 times a day. So Mayur, you're looking for a guided message with regards to that? Yes? Okay. Neetu will get Mayur on.
Yeah, so I can tell this like 88, when you see the repetitive numbers, those are ancient numbers.
Right.
It's
And
a rating number.
right. And the question he actually had was that wanted to know about his profession from here on. So that's what he wants a guided message with. So let's get Mayur on. And before getting, as we get Mayur on, as Shilpa gets Mayur on with Spotlight with you, I also just wanted to ask Neetu that right now, because with the departed soul, people are only looking for messages. But at the end of the day, all of us require healing in some way or form or the other. If it shows up, and however it shows up for anybody here on, let us know how that is also possible.
Sure.
Okay. Yes, you were going to say something, Neetu?
No, that's fine.
All right. So Mayur is here. Hi, Mayur.
Hi, thank you so much. My question is, I have been struggling with profession and the quality of work for many years. I just wanted to know how would things happen related to this from now on.
Okay.
Yeah.
While Neetu goes and does this for Mayur, I just want to tell everybody that I just love how Neetu just sits there with her hand on under her chin, quietly just listens to you, and then she starts the work. I just love it. Gentle reminder, we are now in silence.
Okay. So what I have received is that you have a lot of self-worth issues, lack of self-confidence, and you need to work on your self-worth. Basically, you have a lot of lack of self-confidence. So when you're applying, you yourself is doubtful whether this is going to work for me or not. You need to come out of that. So when you're applying, you need to believe that this is going to work and I am going to get my desired profession or the job that I'm looking for.
Okay.
You have created a lot of your own self-doubts and self-blocks, which you need to work on. If you start believing in yourself and stop doubting where you're applying and thinking that if this is going to work for me or this is not going to work for me, and you keep this aside and believe that it is going to work because this is your dream job or dream profession, it is going to happen for you. You need to just only work on your belief system, which is going to be your self-confidence, and release your self-doubt and the fears that crops in. And you will get a good profession, whatever you're looking for as desired, in another 6 to 8 months.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time and input. Thank you.
Nice. Thank you, Mayur. Like you just mentioned, Neetu, that there is some work that needs to be done. And does that become, and Neetu, sorry, Mayur, I'm interrupting myself only. People, this is a lot of work, okay, for any practitioner of a modality like this. It's a lot that goes into it, and that's why Neetu spends hours with you when you take the work on with her. And even in this much, Neetu, there's so many people that we've been able to bring on. So before I continue any further, I do want to say thank you so much for doing this. And I know I know I know how much this takes as well for you to do, and to do so much in such a short span also is a lot. So I want to thank you for that right now itself. Sorry. Right. And I was just asking for Mayur, for anybody, when this work happens, when you get a message, when you say something like this, that look, this is what is showing up. Mayur needs to do some work. Is this where the healing bit also comes in, and is that part of the process?
Yes, it does. But these are like having a self-confidence or, bringing the fear. This is a conscious effort.
Right.
So when we are doing and applying for a job, or when we want doing something, it's a conscious effort that, yes, I am worthy enough to achieve this, and this is what I want, and this is what is going to work for me. So sometimes this is more of a conscious effort where, even when we do an energy work, you really need to put in conscious effort also. So mostly self-worth, self-confidence, releasing your fear is your conscious effort. And believing in yourself that if I'm applying or this is what I'm manifesting, it is turning up and it will turn up. And it automatically starts manifesting and starts happening in your life.
Right. So in its processing of it all, it's not necessary that healing has to be a part of it. You can get a message and you'll get a remedy, or you will get a guidance. Whatever comes through comes through.
Yes.
If healing is required, that also you do, Neetu, correct?
Yes.
Also, it is also a part of the process. And of course, we will get to know more about this, Neetu, because we have tried to take on a few people with connecting with departed souls. We've just tried to have a general read without putting you in a spot. I was just wondering, would it be possible to take just one more person on? Because I really, really want everybody to see the range that automatic writing covers, that it's not just about, connecting with departed souls. It's about this. But okay, I just realized that probably not, right? So, okay. All right. I am good with reading body language also. So people, I do want you to know that it's not the end of the story for anybody. We do have offers coming up. Please do have a look, not just session offers. If you want to learn it, quite a few have been asking, you can learn it also. Before we do that, I am just very quickly asking you, there are some questions that have come up, Neetu. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down. I seem to have lost that thread. Okay, a lot of people need to have written in that I want to connect with my husband. I want to find out how to move ahead in my career. I want to connect with who's my guardian angel. What's the message for me? All of this is possible with automatic writing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Even clearing financial blocks or healing relationship with husband. Cathy, in fact, wrote in, I want to heal my relationship with my husband. So that too, with anything and everything, it's a world of possibility with automatic writing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And okay, so there's this question I'm asking you this. For example, Ashwini asked that my father lost all his ancestral property. He is a government employee, yet he is living in a godown. May I know if it's because of ancestors? So even a question like this can be answered with automatic writing.
We can ask the divine angels or the masters what the guidance they need to give and the clarity.
All right. And somebody had asked, I'm sorry if I missed the message, missing the name, that I saw a black soul in the daytime. What can be done about it? So a question like that is also addressed through automatic, is possible to address with automatic writing?
Yes, we do, but the releasing we do not do from the automatic writing, because these we take it from other modalities.
Okay. So what you're saying is that the primary guidance is not going to happen with automatic writing, but there is a healing.
Yeah, but if you're seeing a soul, then it needs to be released.
Right. Okay. All right. And Vinny's asked, can someone do it the way you are doing it? Vinny, do you mean, can somebody do automatic writing the way Neetu is doing it? Well, Neetu is Neetu, but you can also learn, and we are going to bring that up as well. Okay. I am also, again, just doing a quick scroll through so many messages, and trust me, people, if we could, we would bring everybody on as much as possible. Reminder, this is a glimpse into the work Neetu does, and we wanted all of you to get a glimpse of that and get a chance to either experience it yourself or see somebody else's experience with it as well. Okay. And I think questions have been covered. Okay, Webavi is asking, anyone do automatic reading? I am not at all sensitive to energies or even receiving guidance. And DJ, I think, is also, my dog is also asking the same question. So he's given his bark from behind. I am not at all sensitive to energies or even receiving guidance from the divine in a very tangible way. So do you think I can do automatic writing? Thank you for the question, Webavi.
Definitely.
You went into it with curiosity, right, Neetu? And when you went into it, did you ever think that, it'll be possible for me to do it?
No, I never thought. That's why when I was doing for fun and my friends would come back and tell me, or my students would come and tell me, oh, ma'am, it just bang on. I never told you this, but this is the correct thing and nobody knows about it. So I was like, oh, wow, it works.
Right. So, Weber, we hope that answers that question for you. And Kathy even asked that her daughter wants to start a small business, and will it work? So question like this can also be addressed?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. And Webavi, I think we've answered your question. And okay, Amogam has asked, I have one, and we did answer this question in the beginning, asking it one more time. I have one question, says Amogam. If a departed soul already taken rebirth, in that case, too, can we connect to that soul? Beginning also somebody had asked that if they've taken rebirth, can we still?
You can connect to the energy.
Sorry?
You can connect to the energy.
Right. So look, bottom line, Neetu, everything is possible with automatic writing, right? Okay, let's bring up these very, very lovely offers that you have for everybody, Neetu. And I just again want to thank everybody for their patience with everything that's been happening today, and yours, Neetu, with what you have given us today.
Thank you so much.
And I'm just going to share my screen right here. Okay, so as I had mentioned in the beginning, that there is already a gift that is there for everybody from Neetu. If you haven't gotten it, Parul, you have a question? Just give me a moment, I'll bring it up. In case you haven't already received it, you will get it with this replay. It's your love guidance for your zodiac in 2023, channeled via automatic writing by Neetu. And this actually has been a first for her also, correct, Neetu?
Yeah.
Right. And we have Shilpa to thank for that. So automatic writing, channel guidance, and healing with Neetu Agarwal is what is coming up. There are 3 session offers that you have. And in fact, with that also 2 training, learning levels that you also have. Package A, which is a 1-hour personal session on auto writing, reading, remedies, and guidance with Neetu, involves you being able to ask 3 specific questions related to any issue you may be facing. You can choose to receive guidance from departed loved ones, spirit guides, animal spirits, archangels, or other divine beings. You will receive remedies, guidance, and what's best for your highest good. All of it is specially channeled by Neetu from divine beings specifically for your situation. And Neetu's channel guidance is known to be life-changing. You've already experienced some part of it on today's call till now. How this works is very simple. You schedule a session via the calendar link that Neetu will be giving. In case there is a time zone difference, do not worry. Neetu will get in touch with you and fix it for you. Before the session, Neetu gets in touch with you. She contacts you either via a WhatsApp message or a call and asks you about your questions. And if required, she will also help you frame the right questions. Because remember, people, clarity in question, especially with automatic writing, because it's a message that's getting channeled, is very, very important, and Neetu will help you with that. At the time of the scheduled session, what Neetu does is she starts the channeling based on your questions. There is no call happening at that time. Once the channeling is done, Neetu shares all the guidance and remedies via voice note. And after that, you can get on a call with her for further details and questions, if any. So what is, and I've just taken you through the logistics of how this personal 1 hour personal session works. Neetu, you have a bonus here as well. Right,
Yes.
which is a 10-minute follow-up session within 7 to 14 days. And you also have 7 days personal WhatsApp or email support. Remember, this is auto writing reading, like you just experienced, remedies and guidance as they show up, Neetu.
Yes.
Okay. And what does something like this normally, what is it that you normally charge for something like this, Neetu?
For my personal sessions,
Yes, for this 1 hour personal session.
I charge 6,000 rupees.
Yeah, so along with the bonuses and everything, it is 7,700 rupees or $106. And only because you're here on the Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies awesome Choose Love Summit, Neetu has a beautiful, very nice 61% savings offer of only 3,000 rupees or $42. That's it. 1 hour, 1 hour. Few minutes you saw on the call with just one query showed up so much. Imagine the full hour with Neetu, what that can do. That's not all. You can also take on 2 personal sessions of 1 hour each. Again, auto writing, reading, remedies, and guidance. Everything is the same as the package A 1 hour session. Here, 3 issues are addressed in each session. So 6 issues if you would like. And if you can also gift the second session to a loved one or use it within a month. The same bonuses apply, except here it now becomes 2 10-minute follow-up sessions within 7 to 14 days and 14 days of personal WhatsApp or email support, provided you're using both of them. Otherwise, 7 days support for you, 7 days support for whoever you gift this to. And Neetu, this, like 2 sessions offer normally costs how much?
Same what you have written here.
Right, that's 15,400 rupees or $211. And because you're on this beautiful, awesome platform, the offer that you have is at a 64% savings, only 5,499 rupees or $76. You have another option where it is just personal healing session. There is no automatic writing, reading, or guidance here. You will get live healing session of any one chosen issue. It's a powerful healing for your past, present, and future. And the healing will also include aura, chakra, and cellular memories. And depending on intuitively whatever shows up and what is best for you, Neetu will choose from higher realms, Akashic realm, karmic healing, theta, inner child healing, and anything from the vast repertoire of modalities that Neetu is an expert on. How this works is you schedule a session with Neetu's calendar link. And at the time of the scheduled session, you will meet on a Google Meet call and Neetu will do the healing for you live on the call with you. Correct, Neetu?
Yes.
Right. Again, follow-up, there is a bonus 10-minute follow-up session within 7 to 14 days and 7 days personal WhatsApp or email support. Something like this would cost you normally 8,700 rupees or $119. And only here, only on this lovely summit and this platform, you have this at a 48% savings at only 4,500 rupees or $62. 3 options, people: 1 hour personal session, 2 1 hour personal sessions, and only live personal healing session. All payment amounts, links are there on the Telegram group. You will also have it with your call replay. There is, of course, the automatic writing professional course level 1 and level 1 plus level 2, where you can become a professional channeler. So, Neetu, tell us what this class is about, please.
Okay. So in this class, you'll be learning what automatic writing is all about and how you connect. And those people who come and who don't know what the intuition is, there's always a worry I've seen when students come. Is my intuition good? Will I be able to channel? So I also do meditations in that where they can improve their intuition. And then, how are you connecting? What is the prayer? So you'll get the prayer, how you're going to connect into the person, how you're going to call your, whether you want to connect your masters, whether you want to connect your angels, and the guidelines, what all you need to do, what you need to avoid, when you need to do the automatic writing, when you're not supposed to do the automatic writing, that is covered. All about the reading. How are you going to channel? How are you going to read? How are you going to receive messages? This everything is in the level 1.
Right. And you have 2 options here of joining this, where in either it's 25th March 2023 or 8th April 2023, 11:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. India. And Neetu obviously will also give you PDF notes, and you also get a practitioner's e-certificate. What are the highlights of this course, Neetu? Just take us through this, please.
Yeah. So benefits of automatic writing, how it can help. So there are a lot of people who are looking out, and as we did right now, haven't had a closure or feels like a void. So where, they want to connect and have a bond back to their loved ones, or some people who want to connect to their master. So there are a lot of people out there who love angels and they would like to know what the message they can. So this is the benefit that they can get from them. So they will know. So benefits of the automatic, how it's going to help you in your life, and silence your conscious mind, because the mind is always running. And automatic writing is all about unconsciously writing down without knowing what's happening. It's just channeling and your hand starts moving. And as I said, take your techniques and tips, what you have to do, when you're supposed to use it, what time you're not supposed to use it, what needs to be done, what is required. So all that will be given, that how you're supposed to do the automatic writing. And the method of automatic writing, where you will be given the prayer. You will use the prayer and the connection of calling, how you're going to call your masters, how you're going to call your any departed soul that you want to talk about. And then you have a practice session where you will have, where you're building up your psychic abilities, and you will, in your practice session, you will know how the automatic writing is done and how it really works. And then I'll also teach how to interpret, because when you're writing, it is moving, and the writing cannot be so clean and nice. So once it's done, then how you can interpret what's the message you have received.
Fantastic. And bonuses here also. What are the bonuses, Neetu?
So the bonus over here is like 3 months WhatsApp support. Like if you have any issue, if you're finding difficulty, okay, you're not able to connect, or you have a question, how it is supposed to be done, or you've done it for a client and you don't know what the client, how the client is feeling. So you can always discuss about it. And then it's like I have a WhatsApp group where I add my students into it. So I usually plan out for like 2 practice sessions. So at least you are into the mode. You know how the modality is working, you don't lose the touch, and you can connect with your peers around, and you can do the reading for each another. And if someone after 1 year, some people don't even use it, so they forget how it is being used, and they want to come and revise it. So they want to revise, they can go back and they can do it at 70% discount. They don't have to pay the full price.
Right. And this 70% discount that you're getting would obviously be on the original amount, correct?
Yes.
Right. So what does level 1 normally cost, Neetu? Tell us the figure.
Okay. So usually when I charge the level 1, so it's like separate. So for the WhatsApp, it's separate around 6,000. And for 3 months support is 3,000, which I charge. And then if you have a 6 month support is 6,000. And then the course charge is 16,000.
Right. So all total, it is 35,800 rupees, dear people, along, which is 489 US dollars. But you know where you are, right? So what's in store for you? 69% savings, people, at only 11,000 rupees or $151 is how you can do level 1, where you can become an automatic writing channeler. Correct? Channeler. Correct word, Neetu?
Yes.
All right. Wonderful. Payment links are on the group, will be in the call replay as well. And the last package coming up is your automatic writing professional course, levels 1 and 2, where you can become a channeling and healing practitioner. It includes everything from level 1. And apart from that, it now obviously becomes double the amount, double the period. So total duration of 12 hours on Zoom across 2 days, 6 hours each day, 6 hours of level 1 and 6 hours of level 2. You are again receiving PDF notes and your practitioner's e-certificate. Date options are also here on the screen on the group, 25th and 26th March 2023 or 8th and 9th April 2023. 11:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. India. Within this itself, Neetu, I just wanted to ask you, suppose somebody comes on 25th March, but is unable to attend 26th. They can come back on 9th April, correct?
Yes, they can.
Okay, and just asking, 25th and 26th March, even with level 1, 25th March, 8th April, or level 2, 25th, 26th, 8th, and 9th, can one come back for both sets?
I didn't get you on that.
Can one do 25th, 26th, and 1 week later just come back anyway and sit in on 8th and 9th?
So then they have to pay that 70% because
No,
they were
it is segregated. Pick your date.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So then, okay, the second option then would be considered as your revision. So people, I would suggest take a date, stick with it, and use your revision option for later. Give us the course highlights over here, Neetu.
So then the second day, in the second level, you learn what is the free flow writing and automatic writing. So free flow, sometimes people, misunderstand it. They feel that you are writing yourself, and you know how the free floating writing just goes when there are a lot of people who teach that. So and you understand how it is different, so you practice on it. So you find out how the free flowing is going and how your automatic writing is going. And you understand how your rational mind works, because when you're writing, your rational mind will start coming on in between. Oh, am I really receiving the message from the masters? Or am I receiving really from the soul? Or is it my rational mind that's working? So you start understanding the difference between your rational mind and the subconscious mind. Then attunement. So there are symbols through which you get attuned. So your intuition starts increasing. And then meditation to relax your mind, then aura cleansing, prayer, then space cleansing. So there are little different exercises and cleansing, so that when you are connecting to your to any energy out there, your own energy is cleansed. So it gives you much more better way of connecting, because there are a lot of thoughts that keeps coming in. They start hindering us so much. So once we do these exercises, you're clean, and then you're ready to go and do the healing.
And the same bonuses apply here as well. Neetu?
Yes.
Right. So 3 months WhatsApp support group, 6 months group practice sessions twice a month, and revision of the entire course at a 70% discount. So levels 1 and 2 combined, normally if you go to Neetu, it's going to cost you 54,000 rupees or $738. Here, 54% savings is what you're getting, dearest people, and you can do both levels along with these fantastic bonuses at only 25,000 rupees or $342. 3 options for your sessions, 2 options for your learnings. That's what's there in store for you. And of course, if you do take on the training, There is option to upgrade from level 1 to level 2 also. All you need to do is let Neetu know or get in touch with the team. It's been quite a call today. And if you're ready, people, to continue this journey, to receive guidance and healings from higher beings for your highest good, if you want to learn this, you can start immediately with Neetu. All right. And like I said, quite the call. And I know people would have experienced some amount of overwhelm with it, little closure, helpful, little information. So Neetu, 2 questions have come in. I just want to bring them up. But what I was trying to say is that congratulations, Neetu. What a debut call you've had. Amazing. Fantastic. Let me give you a round of applause for that. In this short span, you have given a lot to people today. So once again, thank you for that. Parul's asked, one question is the writing format. Is it like normal letter writing or in the form of signs and symbols which needs to be decoded?
No, it's not. It's like a normal writing, but it's just different. It's a free play. It flows in a different way, but it's just the normal writing.
Okay. And Sangeeta's asked, do you have to seek permission from the soul you touch? Or I think what she means is the soul you're contacting. Can you ask questions from a soul just to help someone, even if you're not asked to do so? Interesting question.
I didn't get on the question.
Let me repeat that. Do you need to seek permission from the soul first? And can you ask questions from a soul just to help someone, even if you're not asked to do so? So, Sangeeta, please correct me if I'm right here. What I've understood from this question, Neetu, is that A, when you do automatic writing, do you have to take permission from there? And B, you've not been asked, but can you get in touch with the soul to help somebody else?
No. Permission is important. You just cannot ask according to your feeling and your thing and go and ask for an answer.
Right. And whichever soul you're contacting, in this case, obviously, I think we're referring to departed soul, you would take permission from the soul?
No.
Okay.
You just call in, but you cannot ask for someone else if they haven't asked for a question.
Right. Amogam? Okay. I think hopefully that has been taken care of. And okay, Webi's question also I have asked. And Ria's, this is a general question again, I'm just bringing it up. She's saying that I've seen departed souls in my dreams talking to me. I feel it was a message and I couldn't understand then, but I do now. Can you explain that? So is this something that you would have an answer to right now, Neetu, or is this something again to be addressed with automatic writing?
Automatic writing.
Automatic writing. Okay. And just checking very quickly again, if all sorted. Okay. Tushar's asked, can we follow up with suggested healing by ma'am at a discounted fee? Okay. Thank you, team, for responding to that. And there is a request, which is, can you break level into 2 days? 6 hours at a stretch online is very heavy. So would you consider breaking, splitting each level into 2 calls instead of 6 hours straight?
No, because what happens when you are in the energy, and I have seen during when I start teaching, you are in the energy. So if it's divided, then the energy gets divided again. So once you are in the same energy, you are able to, pick up. So for example, I started a class and it already takes time to set up the class and sit down. So 3 hours will just go by. So there is no chance where I can explain them because so many questions that students come up with. Sometimes 1.5 hours, I'm just telling them, helping them with their questions and answers and whatever they need. So I usually prefer if we do it in one set, you're in the energy and you're in the call. So it's easier for you to sail through.
Right. So just sorry. Yes, Neetu.
You break and you go home and then again, you're trying to connect back, get your intuition back. So it is again a work.
Right. So if for SS and Indira who've asked, I hope that answers that, because Neetu, it's not that you're in lecture mode for 6 hours, right? It's an interactive learning session.
Yes.
right?
And you're practicing also.
And you're practicing, you're learning, you're accepting, you're receiving. And do you give a break in the
Yeah, definitely. There's a lunch break.
Okay.
There's a lunch and a tea break. They're always good.
It's always there. Great, fantastic. I hope that answers that question for everybody. And this I'm at this moment, it is 6:46. It's 6:46. It is it's an angel number. And Shilpa will understand what I'm saying here right now for sure, as will the rest of the team. Now I'm feeling like I need to start the call, because normally our calls are at 6:30. Now, okay, it's dark, it's time, and I have to start the call. So at the time that we are normally saying hello to everybody and getting started on a call and getting to hear from a speaker about them, today we are going to be saying bye to everybody at that very same time. And Neetu, we have taken a huge amount of your time and a huge amount of time with everybody as well. So before we say our official goodbyes for today to everybody, and I give everybody a few reminders, are there any last words, Neetu, that you would like to leave everybody with?
I would just like to say this, that with automatic writing, what I have found and experienced, and rather than telling about what my clients have experienced or anything, I always love to share my own experience. I feel through this, I found that you can have one-to-one conversation with those people who have left you. And I feel that void and times when we haven't spoken to them when they were there are times when we're not able to talk to our parents what we want to talk about because of the fear of being judged, or, that they will shout at us. So we can't pour our heart out. But I feel when they leave, you are able to connect much more faster. The bond gets created, the relationship becomes much better, because you know that there is no judgment, there's not going to be any fear. So whatever you have within yourself, you can talk to them, you can ask them, you can tell them. So, you can tell them, why had this not been done, or why was I judged? There's so many things that you want to tell your parents or your loved ones, which you're not able to tell now. So I feel through automatic writing, it creates that bond, that feeling, that someone is still there with you. Maybe not physically, but yes, energetically. And you can have still that same one-to-one conversation. The bonding gets increased because you talk to them every day. They guide you still on your way. And the relationship becomes much more stronger through automatic writing. So it's very beautiful feeling that, yes, someone may not be there right in the physical form, but someone is still there who was always there with you and can help you on your journey.
Fantastic. There's a question that's come in, and we just want to make sure that that is taken care of. Indira's asked, Neetu, what kind of attunement is given?
So I just connect to the divine energy, and then whatever I receive, I use the symbols or they give me the other energy. I just attune your chakra so that you're able to open your intuitive centers, basically, so that you're able to connect.
All right, Indira, does that answer your question for you? And Tushar has asked, if I don't specify whom to connect with, would it be Neetu ma'am who will decide whether she needs to connect with the departed soul or guide?
I always connect to guides. If people just come for a general reading or the general questions, it's always the guides.
Okay. Tushar, hope that answers that for you as well. And on that note, dearest people, dearest Neetu, thank you for today's call. Dearest people, thank you for being here. Neetu is back tomorrow evening at 4:30 p.m. IST, that's Indian Standard Time. And Zoom link will be the same. We will see you tomorrow evening. However, before I say bye for right now, just very quickly wanted to just share this with you that, the season has just zipped by, and like, what amazing calls have happened. And to close on a note like this is super, super awesome. So Neetu, once again, thank you for that. And to everybody, have a great week ahead. Loads of love to you. Come back tomorrow to be with Neetu again at 4:30 p.m. And on behalf of Team Mystic Lotus and Dragonflies, this is your host, Neetu, saying bye for now, and I will see you soon again. Bye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.